everybody. Welcome to Roll to Talk, where you're going to have to roll to talk. I really need to solidify. It's like the same family branch, but I keep throwing different variations of it. Oh, God, you think I'd be able to do figure it out, but that's all good. But hi,
I mean,
everybody.
it's season 1. It's a work in progress.
Yeah,
literally.
Exactly. Hello there, everybody. My name is Dice&Autism. I tell stories on the internet, and this is my wonderful, and cool-ass co-host, Witty X Witch. Say hi, Witty.
Hi, Witty.
Yeah. So, today, episode 6, which is pretty dope. We are going to talk about accessibility when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. I feel like this is also a pretty important topic to talk about and everything when it comes to it. I feel like it's the top 3 of it, of like when it comes to like learning how to play, safety tools, and accessibility. Because like D&D compared to most TTRPGs is like it's accessible of the fact of how many places you can get it, but also there are some tough terrain to like get in with like the stuff and everything, you know?
Yeah, there's a...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very...
I mean,
very
like, just the fact that you get 3 books for D&D to even start out is intimidating.
It is. Like, well, actually, you kind of, like, if you're going to just be a player and everything, I would just say, like, get, like, just the player handbook and everything. True. And, like, 1 or 2 supplement books that has, like, subclasses that you are really vibing with and everything. Then do that and everything. But if you're going to be, like, a DM or anything, it's going to be a lot more...
Yes.
It's going to be a lot more resource-intensive and everything and all that stuff. Because, like, D&D books, if you're going to get the physical, they can be expensive. They can be expensive.
Yeah, typically about $30 a book.
Yeah, $30 a book physically. I know that digitally it'll be like if you go on like the D&D and Beyond site and everything, it'll be like $20 for a PDF or something like that.
Yeah, 15 to 20.
Yeah, and if it's like a third-party one that's on the D&D Beyond, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's a third-party one, so that's like a nice sacrifice of a easy cost and stuff. But it also sucks because D&D Beyond had like this cool accessibility system of like, hey, is there a specific thing that you wanted to like buy from a said book and not the whole thing? Sure, throw in a few bucks, buy it, and buy that subclass or monster.
That was like $3 per item.
Exactly, which makes me so sad that not a lot of other like online TTRPG shops will have done that or something.
And even D&D Beyond took it away. I don't know if they brought it back, but I know they took it away for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if they brought it back because I
don't think so.
I'll have to look because the Illrigger came out and I'm like, ooh, that is a cool class. I want to try that out. And I think I had to like buy like the whole book, and I was like, it was like $30 or so, and I'm like, okay,
yep,
please,
yep,
come on, man.
But your cost threshold is much higher if you want to be a dungeon master, which then feeds into the no one wants to DM problem.
Yes, but
no one can afford to.
Exactly. Money is always like that one issue when it comes to accessibility. But do not worry, there are ways to get around with it. Like first and foremost, like any TTRPG system will always have like a basic, like beginner's guide,
starter pack
where it's basically like for free to download on a PDF. It gives you like the basic rules, basic classes, none of the extra spices, sauces, and everything. And that'll give you kind of a taste of like, okay, is this a system that we want to invest in and like really do good and stuff? And if that's the case, cool. And then you can pretty much, if you're like have like a group of 4 or 5 people and you have like one person that has like a D&D Beyond account, what you can do is like have someone make a campaign with all your characters, have the, like chip in money so they can buy the books of everyone that kind of want with like different subclasses and everything, and then you can share that info and all that class stuff in that campaign because it shares the stuff. That's a nice workaround and stuff. So yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's something on D&D Beyond as well. There's like the master tier, I believe it's called, that will let, if you or any one of your players in your D&D Beyond campaign purchase a book and you have that tier, if one person has that tier, it's automatically shared with everybody.
Exactly. And I think the master tier is like what? $5?
I think that one's 12 actually.
12?
Because there's the one that gives you the unlimited character count, which is I think 5. Okay, and then the one that lets you share everything, which is the master, and I think that's closer to 12. But it might be like 8. I don't remember.
Okay. I was going to say 12? Come on, man. Who wrote these prices?
It was pre-OGL that I was looking at those prices.
Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah. But no, that is also the case and everything when it comes to that. And like, because when you compare it to like prices and PDFs of other like D&D stuff, of like games that aren't D&D, the PDF files for that and everything, they're generally about like, if they're like indie, there'll be like $9 to $10. If they're like kind of a semi-popular, they're semi-popular other TTRPG, it'll be like $20, which is a lot more reasonable and everything.
Yeah, most of the PDFs I look at, or for games that I look at, are about 15 a piece. I was actually just looking at Quest earlier today, and their rulebook PDF is for free, but their supplemental material is their treasure and their NPCs are both $15 for the PDF.
Yeah, definitely. And I have heard from like other people when they are critiquing D&D of how like the money issue is always like a big thing of them just kind of like popping in just these big prices, and I'm just like, come on, man, it's a game. It's a game. We gotta don't make it too expensive now.
Yeah, I think my biggest beef with D&D and Wizards, as far as the cost aspect, is each book being separate and being $30. So like for larger books such as the Dragon Age system or Pathfinder, you'll spend, whatever the amount that book is, but you'll have the player section and the DM section, as well as some pre-written adventures, all in the same book. So you get a little bit more for what you're spending in one shot. Whereas D&D has split it up in the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster Manual, and those are just the core books, and those are all $30 a piece.
Yeah.
Then you have Curse of Strahd, which is an adventure, and then you've got Xanathar's that has a bunch of other bonus stuff. Like, there's so many other things that you just kind of constantly have to keep purchasing $30 book after $30 book.
Yeah, it's very, very, very crazy, and
it's very corporate.
It is very corporate, but there are other workarounds and stuff, like third-party indie people making like supplements for D&D books and subclasses and stuff. You can find those on like the DM's Guild, or
just about to say that.
Yeah, or Drive Through RPG, which will always be like some good prices, like within like the 15 and 20 marker and everything, which is like, and they always got like cool artwork on their covers, or like really cool like stuff you didn't really think about and everything. I think like the most popular one is like an Avernus one or something. I remember seeing it like on the front page of Drive Through RPG when I was looking through, and I was like, hey, that's cool.
Yeah, and also like if you have a favorite D&D tabletop creator, follow their Patreon or their Ko-fi. Sometimes they'll post stuff for free or pay what you want.
Yes, definitely. And there's also like websites out there that will have like all of the info, all of the book sources and everything. I don't really want to say the name of the website, otherwise we'll probably have some people over on WotC coming in with the spell sniping and being like, the fuck you said?
Well, when all else fails, go to Google.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. Just go to Google. Go to Google. Yeah. But actually, there's also, when I was like looking through and everything, there's actually like there's actually a free 5e core rule book that I found made by people called Wormworks, and these guys are super, super cool. These guys are all about making like D&D accessible for everybody, and like building up tools. So like, hey, making a character key for people to figure out like, all right, what can I do for my character? cards of like actions and spell cards and everything, and decision guides and everything. And it's called the free the free 5e core rulebook. And just like its name, it is absolutely free. $0 for a character codex, a conductor's companion, which is basically the DM's guide, and a monster manual, which is holy hell crazy.
I'm looking at the character sheet from them right now, and it honestly is so much easier to like look at and read.
Yeah. It is honestly really cool. It's pretty much, I think the reason why they're able to do this is because of the OGL rule and everything.
Probably.
Very much of, so which I appreciate and everything, which is like, cool. And
For anyone that missed that news, quick sum up of what happened.
Oh god.
Basically, Wizards of the Coast decided that they were going to like relicense their material so that third-party developers couldn't really use it. It had to come straight through them or like through a direct collaboration. And so there was a big question of whether or not like D&D actual plays would be able to continue because they're using the D&D rules, but they're not in like direct collaboration. So it was this big kerfuffle. And Paizo, who writes Pathfinder, came out with the Orc license that basically said, yeah, this is free and fair use in these contexts and go nuts. Sucks to be Wizards, I guess. And so anyway, Wizards eventually walked that back, and so now we still can do third-party stuff. But that is the very quick and dirty of what happened in... it was late 2024, wasn't it?
It was late 2024. 23, 24, somewhere around that time. I think it was like... Yeah, I think that was pretty much kind of like almost the turning point of Wizards kind of like going on... Because it was also like during the time when like when the 2024 version 5.5 was about to get released and everything, and people were like, oh, is this like their game plan to get people to like move to 5.5 or something here?
Yeah, I remember there was like, I remember it was around the holiday season, because I remember sometime around PAX we were all talking about canceling our subscriptions on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So I think it was, so I think it may have actually been 2023, but either way, that is essentially what happened. And here we are. Oh, and also Critical Role came out with a new system in the wake of all of that.
Oh yeah. That was always Paizo is always kind of like the cool uncle of like the TTRPG who is related to like D&D because Pathfinder is based on 3.5 and everyone loved 3.5 instead of 4 and they just kind of like, all right, we're just gonna make a whole game based on that and stuff. And they've always been kind of like the really cool uncle of like, hey, do what you can do. Also, we're gonna like provide cool stuff and try to make things a little more easier and stuff and everything. So,
yeah, I will say on Paizo and Pathfinder specifically, if there are elements of D&D that you're like, wow, I just really wish this was different.
Yeah.
Check out Pathfinder. They might be making the changes you want to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. They are very quick and good and everything. And I'm trying to remember because my brain went to Kobold Press and Tales of Valorant.
Tales of the Valiant.
Valiant. I'm trying to think. Is Paizo connected with Kobold Press, or are they separate?
They are separate entities.
Okay, separate.
That doesn't mean they don't collaborate, but they are separate companies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because like Tales of Valorant, it's like another cool like supplement of like 5e and everything, but it's got like a whole system and everything. It's like putting in a mod and then changing the entire game aspect if you're going to download into video game and stuff. So
Kinda, yeah. Tales of the Valiant also was released shortly after the wake of the OGL as well. So they got a lot of really good footing because everyone was mad at Wizards.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. I feel like that could be a whole episode talking about the OGL.
It could be. But you know what? People have already done it. I think it's dated enough. We just got to do the quick and dirty and move on.
Oh yeah, it has been like quick and dirty, and we've all said our pieces about it. And everything. So yeah. All right. So accessibility and everything, all that stuff. So yeah, there are websites and places you can check out things for free and everything. People can share files and stuff. And hey, if people have PDF copies of it, Google Drive, Google Links, Dropbox, and everything, put it in a Discord server, share it and everything. I do that for Tales Guild because I basically took my entire collection of like tabletop RPGs, put it in our server, and be like, go nuts.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
Well, it's you gotta support the homies and everything, and being kind of like, and if you're gonna, and I feel like that's also like the community base of like building with accessibility. If like one person is able to see like a game that they're really interested in stuff and everything, that will probably give them the spark to be like, all right, I want to check out more and everything. And it's just like, it's free real estate, baby.
Yeah. It is kind of funny to me how, like, the sharing of the PDF for free, for example, is sort of the sharing the password of Netflix.
Yes.
And some companies, like Wizards of the Coast, don't want you to do that. And other companies are maybe not like, maybe it's not their favorite because they do lose out on some money, but they know that's going to happen and they're not, like, pitching a fit over it.
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah.
I believe it was MythWorks. I played. Actually, we played. I think in Wild Sea together.
Yeah. Oh, I
yeah.
love Wild
I was
Sea.
like, that's so long ago. I was like, were we in that game together?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know, Ray shared the PDF. Like, Ray designed this. This is his game.
Yeah.
Shared the PDF with us for free.
Oh yeah. That's always cool when the developers are just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna share the PDF. Why not? I was like, yeah.
And there will always be people like me. If I really, really love a system, I will get every physical copy that's related to that system because
Exactly.
I am a physical book person.
Same.
Or I will print out, you know, whatever I need to print out. So I'll buy whatever PDF isn't readily available and go on. Like, could I run Monster of the Week? Yes, I could. Did I buy the book anyway because I like it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, with other accessibility stuff and everything, I feel like online character builders are also a very good accessibility tools when it comes to D&D, because...
This is where I will sing some D&D praises. Thank God for D&D Beyond. Oh my God.
Thank God for D&D Beyond.
It makes it so much easier.
It makes it... Yeah, it does, because if you were doing... Because, like, I don't know, I can't even remember how the hell to, like, write down proficiency and calculate all that shit on paper.
For me, it's the spells. It's the spells and the feats. How in the hell am I fitting this into this page? I don't know how I used to do that. But yeah, like, and there are definitely like tabletops out there where I do not mind a paper sheet. It's easy enough to write down. It's easy enough to track it. It's all fine. Dragon Age is one of those. Quest is another. Almost any Powered by the Apocalypse game has like a one-pager character sheet. You check your little boxes and you're good to go. You're done. But D&D is one I will never go back to a paper D&D sheet. Ever. If D&D Beyond ever crashes, I will never play D&D again. Like, 100%.
Well, I mean, there's also Roll20 that you could go to, and like, well,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, Roll20, you're gonna have to do a little bit of like, little crunchy, and but once you got the numbers in there, it's gonna be like stored there forever, and they're gonna be like, yeah. So it's a little bit of like, kind of like paper stuff and everything, but it's a little bit more And
yeah,
like,
it is easy. It is the Venn diagram, I guess. It's in the in between of the paper sheet and the D&D Beyond sheet.
Yeah, and there's also other like D&D like character creator websites and everything that are pretty good. Demiplane one I do really enjoy for the fact that they have it like break down into like good like brackets of like, all right, here's the stuff you got and everything, here's the next thing that's gonna be coming up and all that stuff. It was just pretty cool, and I'm still waiting for Demiplane to like release like their D&D stuff section and everything, because I really love Demiplane. I think it's gonna be a great alternative and everything. But and they already have like stuff like Vampire the Masquerade, Daggerheart, Pathfinder, Avatar, Alien, Hunter the Reckoning, Cyberpunk. I already said Alien. What other ones do they have? But no, they got a really cool setup line of like TTRPGs, and a lot of those, especially like Cyberpunk, Pathfinder, and Vampire, they can be very complicated. So the fact they're able to like take the complicated character sheets and make it into like a nice accessible form and everything, hells yeah. Because as a vampire player, it is so fucking hard to
I need to play vampire again.
Yes.
I've only ever played it one time. It was I was like a one-off guest character, and I want to play it for real so bad.
I have been itching to play a vampire campaign for a while now. I have ideas in my head where I'm like, because I did play with Beggar Street and everything.
Yeah.
And everything, and amazing cast. Star Short Story was in the cast as well, so she really helped me out because she is like the very World of Darkness vampire queen when it comes to it and everything. So she very much helped. Y'all, Star Short is great. Shout out to the Starfield channel and everything on all the stuff on Twitch and YouTube. Go check them out and everything because she also does, and along with her partner, they will do like one-off like one-player TTRPGs and everything, which are choice and everything. So but no, man, Vampire the Masquerade. I want to play that again soon. Okay. What are we talking about? Oh, ADHD is strong.
Speaking of accessibility.
Exactly.
Gaming with ADHD. How to listen to your game master so you don't end up dead.
Yes. Okay. So this goes for the ADHD and autistic homies and everything, because going to a game that's going to be a long time, you're sitting, you're not really doing anything, Stim toys are going to be your friend. Stim toys are your friends and everything. Like, I have, like, this... quartz. I have this really cool, like, ball Rubik's Cube and everything I have
neat.
on my table. Yeah, it's really cool. And it's also visually stimming and, like, just, like, it makes this, like, nice, like, clunky noise and stuff. I personally like it and stuff. And I have, like, my bracelet that I'll just kind of, like, play around with. And then, of course, I'll have, like, one big chunky spin-down dice to fiddle around with to kind of, like, keep focus. And then I know, like... There are players out there who do have like their own characters playlist to kind of like get them in the mood and everything. So if you kind of like need something to like keep you kind of like in game to like focus in the setting and stuff, you can also do that as well and stuff. I
have found that having low ambience for whatever we're doing has helped me pay more attention.
Exactly.
And like if I am like also like dropping memes in a chat will help because then I'm listening to what's happening, and so I'll be like, we had a game on Saturday where one of our characters like woke up from being unconscious and was like, wait, did we die? And I dropped the gif from Atlantis being like, all right, sound off, who's not dead? And just was like, Tira right now, like.
Yeah, God, yeah. Like I definitely say I do love having like a little like chat that every player can like do within the middle of the game, so they can have like their inside jokes and like comments of the game, because it also helps out the flow and everything. It also makes you pay attention and gets more engaged with the story. That we for Tales Guild, we have like our own channels and stuff, and the players will, when events happen, we'll have like the channels kind of like blow up and like people will be doing gifs and reactions. It's always choice, and I'm like, as the DM, I'm paying attention to Discord just in case like someone messages me of like, hey, like something comes up or something, and then I'll check it out, and there'll be like some hilarious funny gifs and memes, and I'm just like, I have to say poker face. Yeah,
no, I'll also like ask in the chat sometimes. I'm like, hey, I missed this. Like, who got that kill? Hey, like, what? I missed a word. What did I miss? And, you know, most of the time the other players are, like, so ready to jump in and help with this one thing that I, like, zoned out for. Or, like, maybe my boyfriend was bringing me dinner at the time. Like...
Yeah, definitely. And I think...
But everyone has different things that keep them focused. I know Ginny D, like, used to hand sew at the table.
Yeah. Ginny D also has a video to, like, talking about, like, how to focus with, like, ADHD and autism at a table and stuff. Correct? I believe she does.
She does have a video about focusing at the table. I think it is in the context of ADHD, but I would have to double check that to be sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's a bit of an older video too. It's a couple years old at least.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah. Go check out Ginny D stuff. So yeah.
Ginny D rocks.
Oh, she totally rocks. Hells yeah. God, her Ruby of the Sea song just.
It's so good. It
was so good. Okay. What I was gonna say. I think also like a nice way to kind of like train to like get a little more focus is kind of like become like a mini note taker and stuff. Just like practice like that and everything. Just kind of like note down like your favorite moment of the session in like a little journal, and that can like bleed off into like wanting to expand a little bit more, or like doing little doodles and stuff or everything. So yeah.
Yeah, and every player is going to do their notes a little bit differently. Every character might do their note differently. So I had one character whose notes were purely in diary form.
Ooh.
So I had like no meta knowledge written down in my journal. Sick. It was literally just stuff that she knew and what she thought of what had happened. And this was actually in the Wild Sea game, because I was doing it like log day 1, log day 2, etc. And like each day was a game session.
Hells yeah, that's actually a really cool writing project and way to get into your character. Ooh, hells yeah.
And then I have this dream, and I will never actually do it because I'm not this person, and I wish I was, but I'm not. I would love to do a journal at some point that is basically a field journal.
Ooh, okay.
And so like having like doodles of like what the plants look like and things like that. But also I'm not that rapid fire sketcher anymore.
Oh yeah.
So I probably won't ever get around to doing that one, but it is one of my like dreams that I wish I could do, and I really admire people who do that. I think y'all are really cool.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they're able to like whip out like sketches and so fast. It's like bonkers.
Yeah, we've got Canoodle on Star Raven's podcast, and she'll just whip up a sketch in the middle of the session, and we're like, like a full character sketch, and we're like, you did that just now? That's crazy. Yeah. We've been here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and like this also applies to the people who are watching like Critical Role streams of current episodes when they're like being streamed, and they're able to like draw out like a highlight.
You know that
moment.
You know that scene in Bruce Almighty where he like drinks the coffee and it's just rapid fire typing, and replying to all the prayer emails? That's how I imagine these people are drawing.
Oh, definitely. Oh my God, it's just. It is a skill that I admire, and I'm just like, teach me your skills, please.
Right, exactly.
Oh, God. But, yeah. With that and everything, with, like, ADHD and autism and everything, there's also, like, with how D&D and tabletop RPGs very much are kind of, like, dice-focused and everything. And for people who have, like, either really low vision or kind of, like, can't really see and stuff, there are ways around that and stuff and everything. I did find that there are, like, Braille dices and everything, which are honestly pretty fucking cool and all that stuff. That's like pretty dope. I think because I was like looking up some stuff. There's like several game websites that sell 3D printable Braille dices and everything, so that's really cool. They have
there's Braille dice, there's larger dice, there's different colors of dice, there's virtual dice. Like there are so many different ways.
Oh, definitely.
You can hey Siri, roll a d20.
Yeah.
See if she heard me. No, she didn't. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great.
Siri is sleeping. But yeah, and there's also Pixel Dices, like just like other cool like dice company and everything. They have like electronic dices that light up with LED stuff and everything. Really pretty dices. And they also have like an app that when you roll a dice and everything, it will speak out the number through that app and everything. Which I'm like, fuck yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really handy.
Yeah. And I always feel like that's important and everything, because with like visually impaired people and all that stuff, with games and everything, we gotta make sure everyone can play and find the workarounds to like make sure everyone can enjoy. Because especially with how D&D is like, I know everyone is like, ooh, maps, minis, that's always cool and everything. But honestly, those are also kind of expensive to do.
Theater of the mind works just as well.
Exactly.
Number one.
Exactly.
Second of all, this is my map for my home games.
Hey, that's right. Hey.
That's it.
That's cool.
It's currently been used by my cat as a little sleeping pad, but
hey,
it's just grid paper, and I just took a Sharpie and just drew extra lines, and that's what we used. I bought pre-painted minis from the Dice Dojo in Chicago for like super duper cheap. like just out of the bin type. So they weren't very expensive. You can use marbles. You can use spools of thread. You can whatever little like doodads that you might think to use for a Monopoly board. You can use them for that. I know I've shown these off before. I'm going to show them off again. Status effects.
Yeah.
We did a panel a while ago at DragonCon talking about minis and maps and things, and we were talking about status effect rings, and one of our panelists was like, yeah, if, like you can just print them on a 3D printer for cheap. And I was like, okay, but 3D printers aren't cheap. So what do you do if you don't have one? And he was like, find a friend with a 3D printer. And I was like, what if none of your friends have money? And he was like, I don't know, find a friend with money. But it was really, really funny. But as an alternative to 3D printed, which is super duper cool. And if you already have one, the prints themselves are relatively cheap. Sure. Soda rings.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah. There's also a very cool website called Accessible RPG, where it provides like nice resources and guides to help DMs to be like, all right, here's what you can do to help out with like people who needs like other accessible needs for their games and stuff, which is always like hells yeah. And also talk with your player to be like, all right, what can I do to make it a lot easier and help out so you can play the game and stuff? Because
Another thing on maps real quick though is obviously like not all of us can just go and buy like all these cool map features from like Dwarven Forge, right? Wish we could, but not really. Like I'm cheap first of all, and I don't have the space for it either. But if you have the space for it and you have time, you can look up several different like crafty people on Pinterest, YouTube, whatever, where they'll show you how to take like a soup can and turn it into a fairy waterfall with like hot glue and paint.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that is sick. Yeah.
So if you want like cool, sick map pieces,
hey,
get creative.
Yeah, exactly. Creativity will be the freest and cheapest option. All right. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Because
I was like, while you're looking, we can talk about music.
Oh yes, music. Yes.
So first of all, if you're putting your stuff out there on the internet, don't get yourself sued.
Oh yes.
Number one, don't get sued.
Yep.
So there's plenty of Creative Commons music. The top 3 that I think of are Ivan Duke, Kevin MacLeod, as I've recently been educated is how I say his last name. My bad. Okay. And the Feichter brothers, Derek and Brandon Feichter. Feichter? I think it's Feichter. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've not been corrected on their last name, so but they all have free to use music, Creative Commons music. There's some slight differences in the licensing, but as long as you give them credit, they're generally pretty cool with that. They do use AI art, so just for how people feel about that. I don't use them anymore because of it, but if you don't care, you don't care. But the other thing, and this is what I love. This is really what I want to talk about. Pocket Bard. Pocket Bard is an app that you can download for free on your phone. It lets you do kind of more ambiances, and you can basically have like a calmer time or a more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here let me pull it up. Oh, I've already done that. Okay. Ambiances. So yeah, combat, environment, people, weather. You can add in crowd sounds, rain, thunder, etc. They have moved the library around a little bit.
Yo.
Fantasy town, fantasy city, village, tavern, dark streets. So they have a lot of like preset ambiances that you can pull from and add what you need. If you need a very well-timed thunder crash, just add that in there. It's a little tap, and it's on your phone. It's great. I love Pocket Bard.
All right, Pocket Bard. All right, I am going to put that on my Google stuff to remember and everything, because I'm probably going to be using that for my games and stuff. So, yeah. Hey, we got a cat! Hey!
Your accessible dragon, if you need a dragon mini.
Oh yes. Oh god. Oh, have you? Have you? It's like the memes of like of a epic drawing of like a fantasy area, and then all of a sudden in the clouds you just have the cat pop it in. It's just like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I love it. Okay, but yes, I have found the thing I was looking for. So, characters. We were talking about character sheets and everything, and how like using the online character sheets was always very good and everything and helpful. But for our people who are dyslexic and everything, there is a really cool really cool designed Dungeons and Dragons character sheet that was designed by two Redditors, Inu Yasharals and Axel. The cat tail. And Axel123. They created like this really cool dyslexia friendly D&D character sheet where they've got like the stats like color coded for like the stats of like strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. They also got like symbols associated with that, along with the symbols and stuff for like armor class, initiative, proficiency, magic, HP, temporary HP, and like hit dices. It just associates things with symbols and colors, which when starting out at D&D, I was like, oh shit, this is so much easier in 2. I use that shit so hard. It is a free PDF and everything. I will make sure to put that in the descriptions below. And
all the links will be below.
I will make sure the links will be below and everything, because gotta provide the info for the homies and everything. So yeah. But yeah, I really love how like it does that and everything, because it makes everything a lot more simpler to like understand. Yeah, I kind of wish they would also, some brave soul out there will look at like D&D 5e and the spells and feats and be like, all right, let's make a symbol chart code system for all of them.
Don't rub your head on my microphone.
Oh dear. Well, it's a free scratching post though. It's a free scratching post for the cats.
She thinks so, but it's an expensive one.
Ah, yes. Zelda doesn't really like rub her like self on the microphones and stuff. Like every once in a while, she'll like be on my desk just to like look across the window because like like either a bird is like out there and she's kind of like, I'm gonna get you, and I'm just like, Zelda, we are like on the 2nd floor. I don't want you to fall. You are my child. No.
Yeah, this one's an indoor cat, but she has the attitude thinking she's an outdoor cat, and I'm like, girl, we got a hawk in the yard. That's the angry chicken.
Yep, I admire the bravery, but no. Oh lordy, but no, yeah, I really think that like if we can have like kind of like a code symbol system for like different types of like magic and feats and abilities, it would also make things a lot easier to understand as a beginner when it comes to D&D, because it just simplifies things and stuff. So,
I think the biggest thing that I could still use that for every single time is spells and which college, or not college, that's Bards, which school they belong to.
Oh yeah, because there is like a symbol for like for the schools and everything, but it's like your very arcane fantasy symbol sigil thingy, so it's kind of hard to remember like, all right, which curve belongs to the other one, which is differentiated stuff.
And I do feel like, you know, with the spells especially, like if I'm gonna be a school of evocation, like okay, I probably want to focus on evocation spells. Can I just have the evocation list, please?
Oh, yes.
So
that would, yeah.
You know, it's things like that. I also think that druid wild shape levels and splitting those up with colors and symbols would also be incredibly helpful.
Oh yes.
I just think that D&D could benefit from a lot more tables.
Oh yeah.
A lot more color coded tables. That's what I want from D&D.
Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. I feel like that'd just be good design right there of just being like, hey, code it all up and everything. Because like D&D also did like cards of like for encounters, spells for classes, and
the spell cards do help.
They do. Are they still printing them, or did they stop printing them?
I have no idea.
Oh God, I hope they didn't stop printing them. They're actually really good. Oh God, but no, yeah, that's all I had on my notes and everything for all that stuff, and just accessibility and everything. One
thing I will say is that a lot of people have made Google Sheets of such as the we're really putting the ADHD thing to the test here. Of like the Druid wild shape levels. I have not found one for spells, but I'm sure there is one, and if not, I've been meaning to make one anyway. So like you can easily Google, like I know people will post these on like Reddit, and so, you know, if that is something you're really looking for, someone has probably made it, or at least gotten started, and you can finish it.
Exactly. Like GM Binder, I think that might also be a good place to go, because that's
I forgot about them. I haven't thought about them in ages.
Yeah, I got someone in my chat when I was streaming told me about GM Binder. I was like, "Ooh, what's that?" and everything. And someone kind of like said like, "Oh, it's like a free place for people to like put their homebrew and everything." And I'm like, "Ooh, okay."
Yeah,
cool.
I used to be on there all the time. I'd totally forgotten about them. Thank you for the reminder.
It's all good. There's so many things out there when it comes to D&D and tabletop RPGs, but yeah. But I think it's also important to know that D&D also has like the rule of like you do what you have to do to make the game fun for your players. The rules are there, but also you can ignore, destroy, modify them however it is. I do appreciate that, and I wish more people... Well, no, there is a lot of people who are like, yes, I just wish the very loud people that's the small group of being like, keep the rules as it is. We're not changing it for anything. Just be like, simmer down now. Just cool your jets.
See, I kind of of two minds on this, because I do feel like one of the things I was going to say is like you can learn a good chunk of the rules of D&D by watching and listening to actual plays. Yes. However, each table plays a little bit differently. So if that is how you are learning the rules, then be very careful that you do not take that as gospel. Because then you can go to a different table and they'll play completely different. And you know, so it is something to do with caution. And I am definitely, like, more of a rules person than not. However, like, obviously, we bend the rules when necessary. But the rules are there for a reason. Yes. Yeah. And if you don't like the rules, find a different system. That's my take.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I like rules, like... We'll go on a tangent of the rules here, but I've, like... This was, like, a cool video I saw with Luis Carino with Dimension 20... when he was on the adventuring party with
the rule of cool is for lazy DMs. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, all right, because I'm a bit of a rule of cool DM. And I was like, all right, let's hear, because it didn't seem like he came out of a place of malice, and how he explained it of like he wants people to be able to learn to be creative with the rules that are given, so that way they become a better player. That was like. Actually, that's totally fair.
I felt like reading those comments, I was like, oh, I have the hot take that he is actually correct.
I was actually agreeing. I was like, actually, no, that's like perfect sense. I was like, all right, I'm gonna put the pitchfork down. Okay, you know, he's not out of line. He's not out of line. He's good. This is a self-defense mechanism, guys.
I think the thing with the rule of cool versus how the rules exist as they exist is. The rule of cool is there to make it more fun when the rules themselves are not sufficient.
Yeah.
Or if the rules themselves are vague.
Yeah.
The rule of cool does not exist for you to ignore the rules and make up your own.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And that is kind of why I say, like, you know, if you're learning the rules through actual play, be very cautious.
Yeah.
Because people have taken, in a lot of cases, people have read the rules and said, well, that one doesn't work for us, so we're going to change that one, which means that's not the rule.
Yeah.
Something I don't like to use in my games is opportunity attacks.
Oh,
even though
really?
that's,
okay.
I feel like it locks you into a grid, and you run into the hit, rinse, repeat, because no one wants to run away and get hit.
Yeah, especially with Sentinel.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like, I mean, there's different ways, and I'm figuring out the best way to like do this, but it is something I don't like in my games. And so, and also like movement is another one. Like, why can't I use a backflip as a movement? Well, because you're rolling a dice, so it's an action.
I mean, you can cast magic and like alter reality and have power through gods, demons, fays, and Cthulhu-esque monsters. But doing a backflip to move away, that's like
yeah.
Come on, man.
So yeah, I feel like, honestly, I feel like the bonus action, it should be a bonus action to disengage anyway. And then rogues should get it as a free action. Is kind of my current thought process, but
no, I feel like that's pretty good and
but,
stuff. So.
But if someone plays at my table and I'm not using opportunity attacks, and then they go to another table that does, and they're like, oh, well, I'm going to use disengage as my bonus action. And it's like, aren't you a druid?
But I'm a stealthy druid. No.
Yeah, it's not so much like ease of accessibility, but it is accessibility table to table. If you are using homebrew rules of any kind, whether that's this doesn't really apply anymore with the 2024 rules, but if you're using 2014 rules and drinking a potion yourself is a bonus action, whereas giving it to somebody else is a full action, that needs to be in like a document that you send to all of your players. And that is it is one of my top recommendations of just helping to set expectations of what we need to expect. Can you cast a spell as a bonus action? Put that in the document.
Okay.
And so just things like that, just so, because I have found many tables that I've been a part of, don't always know the rules as well as they think they do. Yeah. And that's fine if you are doing it intentionally. But if you are playing this way and thinking, oh, well, that's what the rules say. It's not. And so the rules are there to have us on the same page.
Exactly.
So homebrew ruling, rule of cool, all of that needs to be something that is sort of discussed so that we're still on the same page.
Ah, yes. Okay. That's actually really cool, and like a nice build up of like how I was trying to make like rules accessible for like players and stuff, and nice clarifying right there. So thank you, Witty. That was fucking dope. Where's it? I'm gonna throw like an imaginary champagne glass up the end and just go, huzzah, huzzah. Clap,
Pinky
clap,
out.
clap, clap.
I feel like Gatsby with the champagne and the fireworks.
Oh, exactly. Like, honestly, okay, I would love a Great Gatsby-esque, like, TTRPG of everyone, like, holding, like, a con to themselves of, like, they're posing as somebody that they're not really as and stuff. And so it's kind of like a game of, like, who can figure out who they really are or something. That'd be fun.
There's a part of me that thinks that Good Society might be a really good system for that.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to go more the eyes on the billboard of what is it, J something Eckert or whatever. But the eyes watching everybody, and the ending of the Book of Great Gatsby. You could do Cthulhu.
Oh. Oh, that'd be sick. That would be so sick.
The insanity of the American dream.
God, that is. I want to run something like that now.
And,
fuck.
And the wealth inequality of the 20s.
Oh, are we stumbling into something here? That is good. Yeah, but no. Shout out to Good Society. It's like a Jane Austen role playing game. It's just like that looks like pretty fun stuff. It reminds me of like the Feywild Court of like Dimension 20, and just like.
Well, no, actually, because Abria used some of the rules for
Oh,
Court
she
of Fey and
did?
Flowers.
Okay,
Yeah. And
cool.
I was literally going to say, like, going back to, like, you know, homebrew ruling, rule of cooling, adapting D&D to suit your needs.
Okay.
That's what they did for A Court of Fey and Flowers. They sort of did a mishmash of the D&D core rules, but had some little sprinklings of Good Society.
Okay. That is sick. Oh, yeah. I'm on their website, and it says feature in Dimension 20. How did I miss that? Dang it. Oh, God.
You were like right there. You knew it. You knew it like subliminally, but
I was like, God, because I saw it on Drive Through RPG, and I was like, oh, hey, this looks pretty cool. So I guess, okay, yeah, but no, yeah, that's always cool. Oh, God, but no, I think that is all I had to say about just accessibility when it comes to like D&D in general and everything. Do your homework, research on the internet, talk with the people who needs the accessibility, have the convo of being like, what can we do? And then DMs and players, do your homework of like, all right, what can I do to contribute and help and make their time the best time while playing and stuff? Mm-hmm. And also be a little roguey goblin to like get the PDFs if you do not have funds or stuff and everything, because
a roguey Google Goblin.
A roguey Google Goblin.
It's a lot of G's.
Oh God. I kind of want to make that into merch now. Can you imagine just like a goblin dude of just like who's like a full rogue, but yet he uses all his rogue skills on technology and stuff?
I was thinking the Google colors.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, kind of reminds me of like the Google skit from like was it BuzzFeed or like College Humor?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but I remember it was like the early maybe between the teens of 2000s of the 2014s or something, where there was like a whole mini skit series of like someone being Google and everything, and this like was like an office and people were coming in and just saying like all the ridiculous questions you say while typing Google and stuff, and it was just like, oh, it's just choice.
I don't think I saw that one, but that sounds more College Humor to me. But I don't know.
It might have been College Humor, because now I remember it. I do remember seeing Sam Reich in like one of them and everything, because he has such a distinguished square face and the glasses that you can't. It's like forever burned in your head, along with that Cheshire smile.
He's been here in your head the whole time.
Oh God. Oh God. Sam Reich is the patron of College Humor, Dropout TV, and Brennan Lee Mulligan is the warlock trying to break the pact. Yes.
Am I being kidnapped? No. Can I leave? No.
Oh God, I love it. But that's all I got to say about that as my closing remarks. What about you, homie? What about you?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think the biggest thing with accessibility is, again, making sure that expectations are set one way or the other. If you need extra time to come up with your role play commentary, if you need to take that extra beat, if your accessibility is, hey, I can only do sessions for like 2 to 3 hours, 4 is too many for me, just say that at the top. Like, there's so much of what you can do with accessibility is stuff that you can discuss in session 0, including the session 0 RPG checklist of your lines and your veils. And again, setting expectations of what vibes we're going to deal with in our games, things like that. Tons of different creators do multiple different ways of adding accessibility to the games. Some we've discussed before. Also, David Scher of Chenoweth Games also has a lot of accessibility related items. So just start looking them up. You're not the first person to have this problem. I promise you. Whatever your problem is, you're not the first. You won't be the last either.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't think about like the whole like length of games and stuff and all that stuff. So yeah, but that's also pretty good in conversation for accessibility and stuff.
Yeah, when people go much like longer past 4 hours, I'm like, guys, I gotta go. I gotta do anything different.
Yep. It's like the hyper focus and like the stim toys and everything can only work for so long, guys.
Yeah. No, people will talk about like, oh yeah, we like got together in the morning and played D&D all day, and I'm like, that kind of sounds awful, actually.
Like, do you have like 2-hour breaks in between 4-hour sessions or something at least, or
yeah, like so we went to the pub and got like lunch, right?
yeah.
For 2 hours, right?
Yeah. Oh, lordy. But yeah, that is probably going to be the end of this video here, or podcast, or audio, wherever you listen to it, because we on all pretty much all the podcast forums and stuff except for Spotify and all that stuff. But yeah, there's an RSS where you can like check out that, which is basically like, kind of like a platform for like podcast people to distribute their stuff, and they do it automatically. So that would also be in the link and everything and all that stuff. But I am Dice&Autism. I tell stories on the internet. You guys can follow me on the channel here and stuff, and check out the stuff that I'm in and everything. And also, please check out Witty X Witches stuff, which you can find. Where can they find you, Witty?
You can find me here on Fridays. You can, I guess, whenever it's on, you know, in perpetuity. You can find me on World Tree Quest playing Dragon Age, streamed on Saturdays, and then on YouTube in perpetuity. You can find me on the Star Ravens podcast. You can find me at DragonCon. Yeah, that's where you can find me right now.
Hells yeah, that's awesome. Go support the homies and everything, and I will make sure that the links to all the accessibility stuff that we talked about will be in the links below and everything for the YouTube stuff and all that jazz. And yeah, you guys have a fantastic day, and we will see you guys later, okay? All right, guys. Bye!